Hi everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to talk about DHCP, which is a Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. We will start up with an example. Suppose I have a device, a mobile phone, which wants to connect to the internet. It will require IP address, an internet protocol address, which we have talked about earlier in our videos. So this PC, this mobile or any PC, any device which wants to go to the internet, they will be requiring an IP address, specifically a public IP address. Sometimes in our home devices or home routers like this Cisco Wi-Fi router, this will assign private IP addresses to all the devices. So suppose we have 4 to 10 devices in an enterprise and we want to assign them IP addresses. So we can just go to the devices one by one, to 4 or to 5 to 10 devices one by one, and we can assign them IP addresses. But the problem comes where we have 100 devices, or we have 400 devices, or we have 600 devices. So when we are having these many devices, then we will not go to every device and assign them IP addresses. That will not be possible, and that will not be good for us. That will be very costly. So what we will be doing, we will be configuring a DHCP server, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. This server, suppose this is a DHCP server, these 4 devices are connected to a DHCP server. This server will be having a pool of addresses. Suppose from 192.168.1.0 to 1.20, DHCP server can assign 20 addresses to all the devices. This device who wants to go to the internet, it will do a process called DORA, Discover, Offer, Request and Acknowledgement. This DHCP server and this device both will be communicating with these 4 steps. If I go to these Wireshark capture, you can see that first packet is DHCP Discover, or the packet number 9. The source is 0000 because suppose this PC want to connect to the internet and this Wi-Fi router is acting as a DHCP server. So this is our server, this is our client. Client will be requesting an IP address, so it will be broadcasting a message, a discover message. So broadcast means 255.255.255.255. It will send a broadcast message to all the devices on the network. The DHCP server will see that broadcast message and it will respond by an offer message, which you can see in packet number 13 here. So offer message, the source will be the IP address of DHCP server. The destination will be 255.255.255.255 because the client has still not assigned with an IP address. So the router will, or the DHCP server will broadcast its offer request, or offer, you can say offer packet, to the client. So it will broadcast that, client will receive it, then the next process, which is request, will happen. Why this third thing is happening? Why this process is happening? We have already assigned with an IP address, it is offering it an IP address, and why this request again? So suppose there is a large network with 2 or more DHCP servers. Suppose there are 2 DHCP servers which are connected to different switches. These are switches, suppose they look kind of funny. They are switches. These are DHCP server 1 and DHCP server 2, and these switches are connected to each other, and there are several devices. Suppose there are 4 devices and there are 2 DHCP servers. Suppose this PC1 wants to connect to the internet, it will send the request, and both of the DHCP server will send an offer. If there are 2 DHCP server, both of them will see the request because it is a broadcast. So both of them will see the request and they will reply back to that PC. Now PC will decide which IP address it will choose from DHCP server 1 or DHCP server 2, which IP address it will choose. So PC1 will decide it and will send this packet, this 14, this request packet back. This request packet, the device will be sending back to the DHCP server. This is also the destination is our broadcast destination, and source IP address is still 0000. So still the IP address has not been assigned in the third phase, the request phase. It is sending its request back to those servers, both of those servers, while accepting one of the IP addresses. So it will accept, and DHCP server will see that packet, that request packet, and it will send an acknowledgement back, this fourth one, this acknowledgement. So finally DHCP server will send an acknowledgement back to the client. Then the process will complete and IP address is assigned to the client. So if I simplify this with a diagram, suppose there is a DHCP server which is a server, there is a PC1 which is our client. First the discover message, second the offer message, third the request message. For if there are 2 or more DHCP servers, this request message will be sent, and then the acknowledgement back. These are the 4 processes from which the client will receive its IP address from a DHCP server. We will see all these processes in a Cisco Packet Tracer. So if you want to see that, please bear with me, and we'll see that in the next part of the video. So now we are on Cisco Packet Tracer, and I will try to assign and show you how a DHCP server you can assign in Packet Tracer. So I will take a server, a normal server here, and I will take several PCs. This is PC0, this is PC1, and suppose this is here is a laptop, and all these are connected via a switch. So I will say a Packet Tracer switch, and I will connect them all. And okay, auto connect is disabled, so I have to connect them. So now all the devices are connected, and this is a very simple configuration. We have a DHCP server here. We can name it as DHCP server, and we have PC0, 1 and laptop 0. So now suppose we go to the server and we go to services, we configure it as a DHCP server, so we have to assign it a pool. So service we can say on, then we can assign it a default gateway. There is no need yet. So I will assign 192.168.168.110. Okay, and subnet mask will be 255 and 0. So, and your default gateway can be 192.168.1.254. This can be your default gateway, and as well as your DNS server. You can configure that, and I will save this pool. So here you can see the all the addresses has been assigned. Pool name is server pool, default gateway is this, DNS server is this, start IP address is this, and there are start IP address is 192.168.1.10. okay, and this is a subnet mask. Now this service is on here, and if I go back and okay, so I will go to the PC0 and I will go to the DHCP server, and it is requesting an IP address, and we'll see that okay, DHCP failed. So what can be the reason? I will again go to DHCP server. Okay, there is a reason, because we have not assigned any static IP to this server. So first we have to assign a static IP to this server. So we can assign 192.168.1.254, which is the default gateway address, to this server. And now we'll see that PC0, if I go again to static and again to DHCP, now it should be successful, and it is successful. You can see here. Now what happened in between? So I will open up a simulation here, and I will go to PC1 and I will try to assign a DHCP address. So it is requesting DHCP address. This is a discover packet. The next packet, it will go to the switch, then ARP process will happen, ICMP and ARP, you can see here. This is accepted at DHCP level. and PC0 and laptop 0 has been rejected this packet. Now the DHCP server is sending back a reply, ARP reply, and again the ARP reply is done. Now the packet will start assigning our DHCP packet. This DHCP packet is from server PT DHCP server to switch 0, and it will go eventually to PC1. PC1 will accept it and other will reject it because it is meant for PC0. This is an what? Offer packet. Now again the PC1 will send back an request back to the DHCP server, and DHCP server will send back an acknowledgement again. So it is sending back an acknowledgement. So, and it is done and it is accepted at PC1. And if you go to PC1 now, here you can see DHCP request successful, 192.168 1.2 default gateway has been assigned and subnet has been assigned. Now I can delete this scenario here. I will go to real time and I will try to ping from PC1 to PC0. So I will go to config desktop. I will go to terminal. Okay, sorry, command prompt here. I will try to ping 192.168.1.1 and the reply is successful. And if I try to ping the default gateway 192.168.1.254 it is also successful. So this is how a DHCP works. You can see in your labs with this simulation tab in your Cisco Packet Tracer, you can see each and every packet in detail. Or else you can use Wireshark. If you are using a virtual machine, you can do this via Wireshark also. So thank you for watching and this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.